Waterfalls are a great way to enhance the backyard and add a little peace and serenity to your surroundings. For this video, I'm going to give a quick overview of how I built a pondless waterfall. The main reason I went with pondless is because you don't have the reservoir at the bottom, which helps stop mosquitoes because they like standing water. If it's moving, it's not really an issue. So this will cut down on the bugs and still have a nice atmosphere. So the first and most important thing is selecting your site. Ideally, if you have a hill in your yard, that's going to make life a lot easier, as you won't have to build it up. Once you select your site and you have an approximate idea of what you're going to build, your next challenge will be find a pump. I tend to like things a little more on the hardcore side, so I bought a 5500 gallon per hour pump. The waterfall rises about 7 feet, so by the time you add that much head onto it, you got about 3,200 gallons per hour of throughput. So once you got your hill, next is to plan out approximately where your waterfall is going to go and start digging a rough outline. As you're going along, you really want to emphasize where your water is going to flow, because by the time you add your carpet and your landscape line on top of it, it's definitely going to take away some of the features, so over-exaggerate them when you're digging. One of the cheaper ways around buying too much landscape fabric is to use carpet, which you can normally find for free. I had a bunch of old deck carpet, which made an awesome sub-layer. On top of your carpet, you're going to put your rubberized pond layer, and on top of that, you're going to do a landscape layer. The main reason you want the felt or carpet underneath is to protect the rubber from rubbing or getting scraped against rocks in a hole. Next step along is going to be stretch out your carpet, then you'll do a layer of landscape rubber, and on top of that, you want to do a layer of felt. So you're going to sandwich your landscape liner between the carpet and the landscape felt on top. What this does is give a bit of cushion on top and below your liner so that rocks and sharp objects don't puncture it. When you're laying the landscape rubber out, you really want to work it into all your grooves and make sure you have nice definition. For the pit below, with your reservoir, you want to make sure that you have a big cavity to hold all your water. So what I came up with an idea is I started using sewage drainage pipe, in which case I cut pipes just randomly to fit inside my hole and crisscross them for strength. This way there's a lot of support underneath, there's little kids running and jumping through there, there's no way you're going to crush those pipes. So it's a nice cheap way to do it. Another good trick is to, instead of using a pump vault, I bought a big 55-gallon drum. So I drilled a bunch of holes in it and popped the lid back on. That became my pump vault. For feeding your hose up, you want to use about 2-inch hose going up the hill, which can be cut with a jigsaw. You can glue it all together using PVC pipe glue. If you're in a cold area where you're going to turn your waterfall off for the winter, I'd suggest you put a union pump vault. That way it's nice and easy to remove for next year. Once you have your waterfall roughed in, you'll want to use rocks to build up all the edges. I use a bit of concrete cement just to line the edges, just to add a bit of a water seal and stop water from flowing underneath the rocks. You can also use a landscape foam, which is a spray expanding foam, but the only problem with that is it will deteriorate over time, so if you use a bit of concrete, it'll last a lot longer. And once you're done, you sit back, decorate with a few real and fake plants, and pull away real and throw in, and enjoy.